in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tennessee Titans. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. At their own 26-yard line.
Ready? Check match, ready? Like it, ready?
Right to the air goes Ward. Well, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jonas Sanker.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A former Volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. And he's eating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Let's go. 60 Eagles.
To throw now, Shuck. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. The Titans at 9-6 now. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Come on. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Ward. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Go, check. Go, ready. Cowboy 80. Panthers, ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Singleton. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Check, Matt. Check, Matt. Viking, 8-3.
Throwing now, Ward. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, check that, check that. Here we go, check. Ready.
Here's Ward. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 14. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Darren Waller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Saints 3.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Shuck. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now they'll audible to something else. To throw is Shuck. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big-time play there for 26 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A little juke, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Ward. Over the middle, complete. It's Tate. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
At their 48-yard line.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Up the middle they go. Singleton. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Okay, ready? Come on, come on. 6 the Eagles, 6 the Eagles. Ready, ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Singleton. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Titans have retaken the lead. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season. Extra point by Slough is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Saints 10. Joey Slye to kick off for Tennessee.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. He's got him in. Complete. across midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. He'll get that underneath ETN. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing, Shuck. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
70 Lions.
From the gun, Shuck. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have yet again retaken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
Cowboys. Ready.
They'll run with Redley. And different running backs, same result as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Looking to put a drive together. Straight ahead, ETN. Alontae Taylor up to make the tackle.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
And it's third down.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Shuck. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Now he'll take it, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. Down the left sideline. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
21, Saints 17.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Shuck now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll drop that underneath ETN. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back to throw again. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Now a 2nd and 10. They will throw again. Shuck. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Titans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing is Ward. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get it. Tap the 60. Tap the 60. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Seven Pirates. 7 Pirates.
To throw, here's Ward. Throw left side complete. That's Tate. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Okay, ready?
3rd and 4.
Let's go now. Gotta be lying.
Ward again. And this one is incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25. 5-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to
looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Winston. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On first down, Singleton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action. It's Ward. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. In motion left comes Brown. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Etienne up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
The play lost the yard. It's now third and goal.
19 Lion. Dragon 60. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Back to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
21.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw is Ward. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Second and 10.
Go, Reed. Go. Go.
Looking to throw. Ward. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
On play action, Shuck. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson from 10 yards out. And the Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
Okay,
Tennessee
ready?
offense about set and ready to go.
3,
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw now, Shuck. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now he's going to step up and run. Inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. They go play action here with Shuck. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kevin Winston. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ward. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
1st down.
Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st.
Ready.
Throwing now, Ward. In trouble, and he's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Ward. Open man down the field. That's Eilmaner. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 47 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
18 cards, go!
Back to throw. Ward. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Here we go, set! Cougar 19! Ready?
Looking to throw. Ward. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Chimere Dike with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Viking 18! Hawk 70! Hawk 70!
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Joey Slye to kick off for Tennessee.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send him back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go, 60 Bison, 60 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
The man in motion is Brown. Running out of the gun with ETN. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Ready, set. Buffalo 18. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 18, right here. 7 Pirates, go.
Now Shuck. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
To throw is Shuck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kevin Winston. And the Titans are right back in this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment,
Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A short one here, secured by the tight end, Waller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Ward from the gun on third down. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Ward. That's complete to DK. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and goal at the Saints' 4-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
77 Wolf. Alert! Alert! Let's go!
They'll try to bootleg. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So the incompletion, and now it's second and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Shuck. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Shuck now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was near. A big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Saints use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Titans 35.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. He's across midfield, and finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
At the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Ward. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Ward. And it's complete. Right back to Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun here, Ward. Wide open receiver complete. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Pollard. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Titans have cut it back within a score. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Saints 45, Titans 42. Joey Slye to kick off for Tennessee.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. The kicker here, it's complete. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Haynes. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big game there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Saints, they get just their third win of the season to up their mark to 3-13. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.